You ever get that feeling where you had something on your wrist and you wanted to flick it up, like pulling a card from like a Duel Disk or something, and then putting it in like that? That's kind of what I feel like sometimes after watching so many anime of Yu-Gi-Oh! I miss those Duel Disks. They were a lot of fun. Made me feel part of the anime. It would be great if they were in real life, but one can only hope. Hiya guys, Storm21 back again with another LEGO Worlds build, and this time we are creating our own custom Duel Disk, like the ones that you see from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX onwards. So we are going to build a custom Duel Disk in LEGO Worlds, and we're going to start off with the foundations, because I want to get some ideas on what I want to do for the design aesthetics of the Duel Disk later on. But in terms of the build, we're going to start off with our 8x16 brick here. And what we're going to do is we'll start off with the foundation of the where the playing pieces, cards being played are. So right now we just have a good starting foundation. And we're using metallics. Let me see if I can grab the color brick for you. We're using platinum metallic. And next up, we're going to add in a plate. Just so that there's a nice little gap. And we're going to want an 8x8 plate. Or a or something a little less than that. There we go. These plates will give it a pure card feel, which is what I want. It works out wonderfully. And then same again, as such. And that counts as a monster and a spell slot, which is brilliant, because next up, we're going to actually copy this. And then do this again 4 more times. And I want to make sure that there's at least a 2-peg space in between each of the monster slots. And that works a little, maybe I could expand it a little more. Yeah, so I think at least 4 pegs. 3 or 4, I'll go 3. Go. I'll take that. 5 monster spells and trap card zones. Nicely done. So we're starting out with the playing field for our Duel Disk right here. And I'm going to go back to the build tool. But I want to swap out the colors, because this is going to be my own custom build design. And we're going to go with the bright red color scheme for the time being. And I want to make sure that there we go. That kind of feels right to me. Although I do think 2 little plates on their own will add some a little bit more depth to it. Now this is going to be my own custom build. Duel Disk, but I will have the copy of the monsters and spell zones down in the description for you if you want to grab your own to help you build up your own Duel Disk. Of course, a nice little gap. Go. And that'll be nearly there. Just need to put some 1x1s. There we go. That's one down. That's another. And then we'll go straight to the black, because it also fits with the profile picture as well. And I'm just going to fill out the gaps. Back to the 1x1. This will take me some time. There we go. That's one down. So now I've just got some more to go, so it'll take me quite a while. I'll be back shortly with the finished playfield of the Duel deck. The building of the entire playfield is now completed with my black and red color scheme, and now we're going to move on to adding the plates on the tiles onto who are the Duel Disks. So we're going to go straight to the platinum metallic first. And I just need to stick to there we go. Look better if it's all placed like that, which is excellent. And now that the platinum is all done, we're going to move straight back to the red. And we're going to do all those long lines. And from there we go. And I'm only going over the red parts of this, but if I do ever make a mistake, I can easily go back and correct it. There we go. And now we go to the black. And then we start working on the little black portions of the model. Just take your time when doing this. And if you do ever make any mistakes, you can always go back and correct them. So with all the black portions of the Duel Disk now covered, I can now move on to adding some final little details to it. So I'm going to go into bright green, and I'm actually a little bright, normal bright red will work. That way I can point out that this mode is for attack. And I want to do that right in the very center of each plate. As such, and then move on to something of a bright blue to prove that it's in defense mode. It does have that nice little aesthetic feel to it. There we go. So with that over and done with, I can now start to get to work on the extending the playfield into the Duel Disk part of the model now. So what I'm going to do is go straight into the color of Platinum Metallic again. And then back to my little, then straight into a nice little 8x8. Like so. Oh, and then go into something of a nice upward angle. So a 2x4 angle brick should help out with this, as it can help create the illusion that the Duel Disk is supporting the main playfield. And then again, for the other angle. Then all I gotta do, once that is done, is fill in the gaps. I have done the main support section for the Duel Disk. Now I'm going to move on to the next part, which will be the graveyard for the Duel Disk. And for that, I'm going to need to return to my my 4x12, my 8x16. Because it's going to need to be directly over sorry, right across from the the middle monster card slot as such. And it'll also need to be a bit of a cover as well. So now I'm gonna go straight to my black color scheme. There we go. And then move on to a 1x10. As such. And we'll need to create an illusion of an inside. Like that. Which is perfect. And now we're going to start working on the main core of the Duel Disk. So I need to go straight to my bright red. And then finally move on. And back to my 8x16. Which will be perfect for about here. And again, another one. As such. And we'll also want to do some edges for this. So I'll need to go to my 2x4. Well, and I'll have to allocate it between the right and the left. Now I'll move back to my titanium. Platinum metallic, and then go 8x16. As I also want it to be a nice little deck slot right here. Now, back to the red, so that I've got a nice, good, solid foundation. Like so. And then I just need to fill in the gaps. Because I want to do the front first before moving on to the back of the Duel Disk. That way, I've got the main pieces of the Duel Disk built before moving on to anything else. So we're done with the main base of the Duel Disk, which I'm really pleased with. It is coming a little bit nicely, especially with the hexagon shape. But we do need to add a bit of a support for the main deck slot. So, we're going to need to go to the 8x10s in the same color scheme. And then go up at least 4 or 5. Like so. And then do the 1x10 like that. So, and of course we'll also want to do a bit of a support top as well. And that works out nicely for me. So I've now got everything that I'll need for my own custom-made Duel Disk. We've got the base, we got the monster slots, we got the graveyard and the deck zone, and we've also got the nice little slots for the spell cards to show, which are I'll need to do some adjusting before the next video comes out. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and of course leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. I will leave a link to the templates for the monster and spell zones in the description down below, so you can get to work on your own custom Duel Disks. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next video guys. Happy gaming!